The world watched in horror as Israeli airstrikes rained down on Rafah, a city already struggling under the weight of conflict. Densely populated neighborhoods were reduced to rubble, homes and lives shattered in an instant. Hospitals, already struggling, were overwhelmed with casualties, their resources stretched to the breaking point. The stench of death filled the air, a grim testament to the human cost of this relentless conflict. Their resilience, tested time and again, was pushed to its absolute limit, yet they continued to endure. The stories coming out of Rafah are heart-wrenching, each one a testament to the human suffering. Families huddled in fear as bombs fell around them, their lives hanging by a thread. Parents tried desperately to shield their children, to no avail, as the violence spared no one. They are a stark reminder that behind the statistics, behind the political rhetoric, lie real people whose lives have been shattered, their futures uncertain. The international community reacted with a mix of condemnation and concern, their voices rising in unison. The UN issued strongly worded statements, urging restraint and calling for an immediate ceasefire to halt the bloodshed. World leaders, often divided on the Israeli-Palestinian issue, found themselves united in their condemnation of the violence, calling for peace. The international community, despite its pronouncements of concern, appeared unable or unwilling to take decisive action to stop the bloodshed, leaving many to question their resolve. The situation in Rafah raises serious questions about the effectiveness of international law and its enforcement. The Geneva Conventions, designed to protect civilians during wartime, seem to have been disregarded, their principles ignored. The international community's failure to hold the perpetrators accountable sets a dangerous precedent, undermining the very foundations of international law. The situation in Rafah demands immediate and decisive action from the international community, a call that cannot be ignored. A ceasefire is essential to stop the immediate bloodshed and provide a respite for the beleaguered population. An impartial investigation into the airstrikes is crucial for accountability, to ensure that justice is served. The international community must step up efforts to broker a just and sustainable solution, one that addresses the root causes of the conflict. The cycle of violence in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict has claimed far too many lives, each one a tragedy. Each escalation, each act of aggression, only deepens the wounds of the past, making peace seem ever more elusive. The international community must work towards a future where both Israelis and Palestinians can live in peace, free from fear. It demands a commitment to dialogue, empathy, and understanding, a willingness to see the humanity in the other. The time for platitudes is over. The time for action is now. The world must come together to break this cycle of violence once and for all.